Is Xbox dead? Well, 2026 could be the year that Microsoft finally pulls the plug on their consoles. And trust me, guys, the signs are everywhere. The hardware isn't selling. Game Pass just keeps rising in price, and even Phil Spencer has somewhat vanished. When's the last time anybody's seen him? Honestly, he's like Bin Laden up in this hoe. Well, today we're going to go ahead and talk about why Xbox might not even ever recover at this point, guys, and why you should care if you're a gamer. Before we begin with this video, though, make sure you hit that like button to get this video out to more people in the algorithm. Let's start with the Game Awards from last night, guys. PlayStation had big announcements. Nintendo had AAA titles that are lining up for the Switch too. Xbox though was almost entirely invisible at this point. They had a few executives there sitting in chairs. I think one of the games won an award, and then South of Midnight was announced for the PlayStation and the Switch too. And some of the games that were on Xbox previously, they were telling people to buy them on PlayStation. Like, seriously, that's not confidence at all. Why don't you support your actual game consoles if you're wanting Xbox to succeed, right? Instead of telling everybody to buy on Xbox or play on Xbox, you're telling people to go buy the games on PlayStation. They're getting ported over. That's weird. Even during the pre-show, they were hyping Fable, Forza, and they promised some developer reveals next year, but who the fuck thinks Xbox can even last another year, guys? If you're an Xbox fan at this point, how many times have you heard this same story, right? Oh, good things are coming. We're having a lot of games. Stay tuned. I mean, how long ago was Fable fucking announced? And then we had that Perfect Dark remake coming out, and that got axed. So who's to even say Fable's even going to happen at this point? Every year we get the same song and dance. Like I said, we get hardware struggles. There's layoffs that hit, and Game Pass just keeps getting more and more expensive. We've been covering all of this on the channel. We've been bitching and complaining about Xbox on this channel, and I'm a big Xbox fan. I play Xbox all the time. I want to see this company succeed, but it's just a mess at this point. And it's not just hardware. If you look at it, Game Pass itself has been causing so much trouble for the company that it definitely is not making them money, guys. We've had how many price increases the last year or two? Uh, Partly those increases were to include Call of Duty because Black Ops 6 came out. They lost $300 million allegedly from it. Then they had to increase it again because Black Ops 7 came out. And here's the kicker, that didn't work. They didn't gain any subscriber base with Black Ops 7. As a matter of fact, Black Ops 7 is the lowest Call of Duty ever. I think ever, right? Microsoft spent almost how many billions of dollars on Activision? And this is the result. A company that nobody's supporting, that the fan base is just leaving in droves, and they can't make any kind of good decision to save the business, to save the company, other than moving their games over to PlayStation and Switch. That's like the only thing that's saving their company at that point is just porting their games out. That is bad. That is very sad to see. And this is coming from somebody that was there during the 360 era and all that, to see how much innovation games like Halo had on this business, how much they changed the gaming industry. And now they're just a fart in the wind, guys. No presents at all for Black Friday, no discounts, no sales, no bundles, no hype, no presents at all last night at the Game Awards. Internally, they absolutely have to be panicking at this point. They know they're screwed. They know they've screwed up, guys. You got studio mergers, you got layoffs, you got people rethinking their monetization practices, and their big idea is AI right now. Microsoft wants to make games with AI. They want to port old titles automatically and fill Game Pass with cheap derivative content, guys. Imagine paying full price for a game mostly made by a robot. That's the strategy that they're betting on. And at this point, I don't even think AI is the way to go. I could see where AI should be used to help polish up and work details and maybe refine certain things. But for a game completely made, I don't know. I'm still on the fence about that, to be completely honest. I'm not 110% against it. But it seems like it's going to cost Microsoft more to get RAM and data centers and optimize for AI instead of just hiring the right people, instead of hiring activists, woke writers to write their games and working with people like Sweet Baby Inc. Why don't they just go back to what made Xbox great, right? Now let's talk about Black Friday because I mentioned that earlier. Black Friday was an absolute bloodbath. PlayStation 5 sold out. They had over 47% of the total sales for Black Friday. They crushed it. They beat out the Switch too. Switch 2 was like what, 24%? That's a lot lower than I thought it would be, but they both at least sold decently. Xbox didn't sell even 10% if you go and look at the data. There was no discounts, like I said, no incentives, nothing. The hardware sales were a total disaster. They even got outsold by a toy, the Next Playground, guys. A tiny unknown console that came out of nowhere. The Next Playground, which is actually a $200 ripoff of the Kinect. You can't make this up. A $200 ripoff of their own technology, a motion control video game console that is about 25 years late. That should have came like out in 05, 04. And it's selling better than the Xbox in 2025. When a toy moves more units than your $500 console, it's more than a warning, guys. It's a crisis. It's almost time to just pack it up at this point. It honestly is almost time to just pack it up at this point. And it's sad to see. It's sad to see, guys, but it's a hard truth. 110% a fucking hard truth, guys. Xbox doesn't need to outsell PlayStation, but when you're losing money on hardware, Game Pass, and studios, you have to ask yourself, why make consoles at all at this point? Shipping devices that don't sell, paying for factories, microchips, marketing, it's all unsustainable. I don't think they're making any profit at any of their decisions over there at Xbox, whether it's making consoles, games, buying up studios, Game Pass. I don't think they're making any kind of profit. I don't think. I think they've been operating at a loss easily for over a decade. Easily. And to be honest, I think Xbox hardware is done. Xbox Game Pass is also a problem. The studios might survive because they could always pivot to PC or Switch ports or even the PlayStation. But the consoles themselves, they're probably dead. They're probably dead, guys. And it's really rough to see, guys. And strangely enough, they're hyping up this next hybrid console that has been rumored to be over $1,200 at this point. But they're still hyping that up. The next generation title that they're going to be making. But the truth is the competitors are moving faster. We got the Steam machine coming out soon. Whenever that's going to finally be announced and we get a price for that. If the price is exactly right, Xbox is dead. Xbox is dead. If that's priced right, Xbox is dead. But we still got a lot of questions with that, especially with the way that RAM is increasing its price right now. PlayStation's killing it. Nintendo's killing it. Everybody's literally eating Xbox's lunch at this point. And it seems like Xbox can't do anything about it. And apparently the next playground is also joining in on the fray. I think they had, 14% of the total sales for Black Friday. So that means Xbox couldn't even get 10. If my math is off, I don't know. But PlayStation had 47. Switch 2 had 24. Next Playground had 14. What's the leftover rent percentage, right? That's what Xbox got. And I don't even think that includes Switch OG or PS4 or PC or any of that. So it could be a lot lower if you really want to think about it, guys. So I want to ask you guys this. What do you think? Is Xbox really on its last leg here, or am I being a little too harsh? Could be a little harsh, right? Drop your thoughts in the comment section down below. I want to hear from diehard fans, but I also want to hear from the skeptics, right? Because we're having a dialogue here. We're having a conversation. If you like this video, don't forget to hit that like. It helps get the video out to the algorithm. Make sure you hit subscribe so we can get some more videos like this out. I'm going to be trying to put them out for you guys. Appreciate y'all as always. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.